Hello everybody and welcome to a new reaction video. Actually not a reaction, right Cassie? It's an analysis. Okay. Today I am with my daughter. You want Tekken. You want Tekken. Mau Tekken is Indonesians for I want Tekken. So we will analyze the martial law gameplay trailer now. Let's see it. You want to see it, Tekken? Yeah, okay. Let's go. Okay. Classic intro of Tekken. You see? Yeah. You like Tekken? Yeah? Okay. Okay, a real engine. Oh, who is that? Who is that? I love the shoes. Legendary Dragon. My god. I love the stage. It's a little strange, the voice, huh? And he became a nunchaku guy. Did you see? So immediately new move. Do you see? I think it's down forward 3-1, I believe. My god, this face is like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't like the face too much. I'm gonna be honest. In general, I don't like his model too much. I made actually a video about after the review of all the characters, the release, sorry, of the reveal of all the characters, and Low for me was the worst beautiful one, and I still think is the worst beautiful one. But I like the details, like the ropes, for example, are quite nice. Anyway, I want to do a technical analysis, right? Vero? See? Yeah. You see? So he has a new move. I don't think this will. Wow. I don't think this move will be very strong because it looks like it's a string, you know? Like down for 3-1, which is a high into DSS, might be useful more in combos, in my opinion, because you probably can duck the second hit. It looks like there are a lot of moves like that, like Leroy has down forward 3-1, I believe. Or down forward 3-2, I don't remember. Bob has a very similar move as well. The other interesting thing is he entered DSS, he goes DSS1, and DSS1 doesn't stun. Doesn't stun. Before, with DSS1, you could actually do DSS1 into the 4, which was in Tekken 7. It was the legend kick. Or DSS1, forward 1, which was like another move from DSS, like, wada! Now you don't see the punch, but it does like, wada! Now it doesn't do that, but look at this. What we have here. A nunchaku move, which is a knockdown. So from DSS, Low has actually asked us, because afterwards 31 you're still in DSS. I'm not sure actually will be a DSS or only available after the DSS1, but he has a nunchaku move, which I think is like down for 2. Then, okay, new screw. Like, here I'm very curious. As I said in the poll video that we saw last week, I don't care too much about the combos itself, because they're not optimized at all. It's just a showcase. They will not be the real combos. Most probably Low has a way better will carry than this. But important is, okay, this, okay, probably will be used at the end of the combos. Back to 1, I believe it is. They might have changed the animation of back to 1. But here, okay, DSS forward 3 is armor. You can see that he flash. Let's go back a second. Playback speed 0.5. Let's go back like, okay, what? 4-3 down CSS. You see, I flashed. Boom. I'm very curious to know. This means this is a hit engager as well, because it became blue. It became blue with this aura, which I think it means you enter heat. But at the same time, can you roll this or not? I think you can roll this, but I'm not sure. If you cannot roll this, this is such a good ender, because you will have access to Oki while on gaining hit, as you see, from DSS forward 3. So I think you can actually back roll this, but we don't know. Now, let's continue. Okay, what the? This is a move that exists already in Tekken 7. I don't even know the input. I think it's like forward 1+4. This move. But in Tekken 7, it auto sidestep. Here it does not, but it gives advantage. So it might be useful. Tekken 7 was never used. Literally never used. I don't think, I don't even know the input because I never saw anybody use it against me. But here it does advantage, maybe can be used. The one we're sending DSS, I'm not sure if this means, did you see that he parried from DSS? This is quite dangerous. It might be the most important thing of the trailer. Back in Tekken 6, martial law DSS was actually parrying hits, and this means that auto parry hits. This means that 4-3 was jailing, and basically Law could just do 4-3 DSS all the time and always play how he wanted because he had actually access to a parry after 4-3, and it was jailing. So if the parry still is active at the DSS again, forward sending 4 will be crazy good. Crazy good. Look here. We're sending 4. I'm not sure I actually pressed something except enter stance. I cannot. Let me see. Maybe if I see is lower. Whoop. Maybe if I see is lower. Wow, it's pretty cool the nunchaku after. It's like a throw basically. It does a. It's like his parry is actually like a reversal now because this is a full animation that probably you can do with a single move. Why he has 2 belts? What's the meaning of this? Is it a bug? Why he has 2 belts? I don't understand. Okay, so I believe if this actually is automatically when you parry something, it's borderline broken. Because what standing for will become so good. It's already a very strong move if you can master DSS, but it will be literally broken if it does parry again, and the parry automatically gives you a throw for damage. Hey, what are you doing? You like martial law? See? Okay. This new move, it looks a lot like Bob down to 4, just the 4 at the end. You might even hit like back 4 of Devijin, like grounded, classic back 4 grounded hit. Might be like that. So he might get good Okilo this time. Something, I think he actually lack at the moment a move able to flip you when you hit you grounded, but we still don't know. I mean, these are just guess. Maybe it doesn't hit grounded, we don't know. Anyway, it's flat. This for me is fantastic. I think we actually saw this in the gameplay trailer, maybe the one they did in the finals. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's not the first time we saw it, but it's the time where it's literally clear what happened. Basically, look at this. This for me is crazy. Basically, direct wall splat will always allow you easily to get a resplat. My point of view, honestly, not too much a fan for this because it might remove creativity. What I mean is right now, I really love the combo system in Tekken 7 after a direct wall splat. Some characters are able to like sidestep or go back and resplat you with some moves to gain extra damage. But this is like something that required good skills. Like it wasn't super intuitive to do. It requires good knowledge of the stage because even also depending on the stage, this was you could fail. I mean, you can even now we're still playing Tekken 7. You can fail the resplat. I mean, on one side is better that the resplat is more regular because it means that you have more consistency. At the same time, I don't like the fact that you actually have moves to use only for that. Like for forward 2-3 will be used all the time, I guess, here for this. And this means to get a higher war splat. And this means, what are you doing, Cassandra? Hey, are you here? This means that the high wall splat that follow up will be easy to obtain from everybody. It will just become the standard combo, the staple combo. On one side I like it, on the other side no. I like it's more accessible, yes, because I'm more for. Okay, I like the fact that the game is more accessible, but at the same time, I still want players to be able to be rewarded for their creativity and their deep study of their own characters, especially character specialists. And then, okay, that's the ender, classic ender. Boom! I like this detail. This detail I like. This very nice, very nice. Like it now as forward 2. Most probably the move that followed was plat in Tekken 7, and it's done with 2-1. Is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite move of law for the. It's kind of like a 1-inch punch, you know. It's crazy you can do it there. I expect it not to be safe in that situation or to be interruptible, because if it's still mid and it's coming out of a string, which is a string forward 2, which has for sure forward 1 or forward 2-3, like we saw in the race plat before. This means that he has mid alternatives there. Normally, according bye Cassie, bye. Wow, Cassie's going. So the fact is, this means that Low will have a mid in the string that actually launch. I think in this version, maybe if he still does the 1-inch punch like 2-1, normally it will still be advantage, or 1-2. I don't remember now if it's 1-2 or 2-1. Sorry, but if it does it here, most probably it will be unsafe. I don't think they can make it safe. It will be not correct for the general Tekken mechanics. Okay, enter hit. Screwdriver with only the second, and this most probably it might be a nerf on 3+4. So he does hit into flips, and then either he has access to the legend kick only during hit. It does 3+4 legend kick only if he has the hit system active, or and like 3+4 will do that, and it become a very good Ghirlanda, or 3+4 might be nerfed, and now we'll always do. Oh, Mickey Mouse! Thank you, More. Thank you. We found Mickey Mouse. Thank you, More. You want to come here? Okay. You are returning to see martial law. Great. Okay, so I was saying 3+4, 3+4 might be a good ender, or this might also mean that Low is losing his 14 frame launcher, 3+4, and now he will always do good damage with 3+4 legend kick as a 14 frame punisher, but at least he will not launch you. Both alternatives are okay to me. It really depends how good the juggle system will be. We still cannot understand properly how the juggle system will function only from the trailers, in my opinion. So maybe 3+4 in this game will be too broken for the way the juggle system works, or it might be still okay. Like right now, it's a very strong move, best with Punisher in the game, and still I don't consider Low the strongest character in the game, so it's still an okay move. I'm not sure what they can do with Tekken 7. So with Tekken 8, sorry. So I mean, it's all possibilities. It might be a nerf on 3+4, or it simply might be a buff because 3+4 remain, but when Low is in a hit stage, he has this very strong ender 3+4 legend kick. Wow. This is crazy. I think this is a totally new move, sidestep 3, and it's like Leroy sidestep 4 or Giz sidestep 3 right now. Well, no, Giz sidestep 3 right now is stronger because it gives full combo, but most probably same level of Leroy sidestep 4. Basically, most probably, and actually Paul sidestep 3. Paul sidestep 3 is exactly like this. It's +12 on counter hit. And yeah, he got access to this. I'm not sure it will be +12 or more, probably more. Most probably this is actually natural combo in counter, and he give access to Low to hit mode into 50-50. I will explain you why it's a 50-50 later. For now, just see this. Like, it does this. DSS 411 will always give access to a 50-50. Why? Because this is a throw. This is a throw. Clear, like, he has a throw here. Like, we can see it at normal speed. This is a throw. Like, the whole animation, this is a throw. Since it's in hit mode, and in hit mode the characters will be way stronger, for what we understood, this might be an unskippable throw. I'm very afraid it might be an unskippable throw, just like in Tekken 7 Negan as the unskippable throw from the stance. It might be similar for low, and it looks like it will wall splat as well. Because look at the way it knocked down. This means Paul might wall splat. So here, the problem is here. The problem is that he has this, which I don't know if it's a Punisher or if it's a 10 frame counter it. Okay, look. So he entering counter it on down 1-2 of Paul. This is counter it, but I'm not sure this will be only counter it natural, or it will be natural even as a 10 frame Punisher. And this is insanely good, because look at the alternative. Same situation of before. What does low do? A Lancer. Holy moly. This means 50-50 between throw and Lancer. That's insane. And since it's in hit mode, I'm not even sure the Lancer will actually be unsafe. Either they might be both options blockable with timing, or this is poor gambling. Poor gambling in low favor if the down forward 2 is actually, I think it's down forward 2, the nunchaku. If that will be not punishable, it will be a totally in low favor. Crazy good situation for low. If it is the way I think it is, this will be a crazy good situation with low, and low will become a 50-50 machine between throws and nunchaku lancers when it has hit mode. This will be you know what they're trying to do is actually every character to be different on hit mode with different peculiarities. However, what I'm seeing is Paul become a 50-50 machine between getting hit by, for example, back to 1 not charged, or block the charge version and get hit by free moves because the charge version of back to 1 break guard. Low probably doesn't have that, but he has throw or lancer. So I mean, yes, it's different. Yes, they're doing different moves, but there is still a gamble situation that this character will enter when they have hit mode. It looks like all the hit mode are heavily based on very hard 50-50 for the defender to get to 50-50 that are in advantage of the offender. I'm not saying this is good or bad. I don't know. I didn't play the game. It's impossible right now to tell you Tekken 8 will be a great game, or Tekken 8 will be too easy friendly, Tekken 8 will be too offensive, Tekken 8 will be too defensive. You cannot say that. You know the programmers want it to be more offensive. That's what they said. But you cannot say just from the trailer how the game will be. We might try to understand at TV Japan with the alpha, if something will be published, a little more. But still, it's not the game itself. Like, you cannot understand a game like Tekken in one day, especially if it's a new Tekken. So let's not jump to conclusions just from the trailer. I still believe the hit mode will favor 50-50 gamble situation in advantage of offensive players, of the guy engaging in the hit, but this is just my opinion. It might be totally wrong. Yeah, as you see, he used down 4-3-1 here, the move that he did at the beginning. It's probably down 4-3-1. He used it as a combo, like I was thinking. It's more useful in combo. I have no idea. New move, 2 new moves. They're kind of nice. I'm not sure this will launch only. Most probably this will launch only on spending the hit. Then very good conversion. As you see, down 2-3 also allows for a very high wall splat. important. And then the one inch punch to 1. So it's still possible to do it on a normal as a single hit and not only after forward 2-2. Actually, it will break the balcony. So just to be sure you actually saw it properly. Let me play back with a slower pace. Okay, so oh no, this is too much behind. Okay, whatever, around here. Okay, so this maybe even only counter it. I don't think, because it cancel with the hit. So I think when you cancel with the hit, you will get full combo. Now I really like the new move. Then I was flat, and then 2-1. You see, as a balcony break, and then to finish off, it does forward 2-1-3, which is a classic. As you see, might be a nerf. Forward 2-1-3 doesn't have wall carry anymore. It just does like Leroy up forward 3-1+2. Bam. So this is actually a nerf on wall on low wall carry. And then counter it, okay, into the rage art. Voila! Nunchaku hero. You know what I think? Did you see the way that I mean, whatever, like this rage art, some people like it, I don't really like it. They told me it's actually a Bruce Lee inspiration. I'm sorry, I'm not too much I actually got the reference of the fact that the fight in the Colosseum between Lowe and Paul is actually a tribute to Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee in the, what was the name of the movie? I know the name of the movie in Italian, which is L'Urlo di Cheng colpisce ancora. I don't know it in English, I'm sorry guys. But you know, there is a very famous fight, maybe the most famous fight in movie history between Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee inside the Colosseum. And that was a clear reference, the fact that they fight in the Colosseum here. But they told me this is also a reference to some moves from Bruce Lee. I'm not sure. Still, I'm not too... Compared to, like, maybe Kazuya set the standard too high. I still prefer Kazuya or even Paul Rage Art over this. However, I think, just like with Garyu in Tekken 7, where if you kill, the Rage Art is actually a little longer, because Garyu says something at the end, this is the same will happen with Law. See here? Like, this part, I think, will happen only in the moment the Rage Art will kill. Same for what happened last week with Paul. This is very important, not in terms of technical, but like little details. Last week in Paul trailer, we saw Paul broke his jacket arm when he does the smasher. Now, I rewatched the old trailer, and Paul jacket did not break. I don't think that they develop further the animation, but simply, if Paul doesn't win the round, the jacket is not going to be destroyed. If Paul wins the round, the jacket is going to be destroyed, just because it's so powerful it KO'd the opponent. I think that is the reason. These are very small details, but I love them. I really love, because it means that they are so careful of everything. They really care about the game. It's the best news you can have as a player, as a fan, the fact that you know the people behind the game that are developing the game. You might like the direction, you might like it or not, the direction of the creative direction of the game. You might like it or not, the competitive direction of the game. But you cannot deny that they care about the game. And that's the best thing that can ever happen to a game, to have developers that care about the product that they want to deliver, because you know they're gonna give their best, and so you know you will get the best you can actually get. And that's the best thing you can wish for as a player. So we must be lucky, consider ourselves lucky of the way the developers are releasing this news for the game. I love them, and they're also listening to us. As you see, these trailers are giving us less light effects because we said it was too flashy. It's very nice. I'm very, very optimistic about the game now because I see so many little details. I know they will take care of everything. It doesn't matter. The game might be broken a little at the beginning. They will patch it. I'm sure they will listen to us. It's what they're doing since a lot of time right now. And we should be consider ourselves lucky to have such good developers. So thank you, Bandai. Thank you, Namco. Thank you to all the Tekken project team. You're doing an amazing job, and I really hope you will keep it up with it until the end of Tekken 8 and maybe even Tekken 9 one day when my daughter will play instead of me. Let's see the end. What up? Okay. And I think that's it. What are the main points that we saw from Law? Okay, totally new art direction for the character is way more Bruce Lee inspired. Something that it's okay, especially consider most Law players are actually simply Bruce Lee fans, so it totally makes sense. Still, I don't like the aesthetic myself. I prefer the. I think Tekken 6 version is my favorite for Law. Or Tekken 2. Tekken 2 version is amazing. But still, I mean, it's more Bruce Lee based, so this is good. On a competitive point of view, we saw nerf to the wall carry. Absolutely. Forward 2-1-3 being nerfed. It's clear that the new wall carry ender might be 3+4 Dragon Kick. However, we still don't know if that will be available all the time or only during hit. And the other thing that we saw is that is very important is the fact that DSS might actually have an auto parry that does a throw, so it actually became a reversal and not a parry. And the fact that during hit mode, the nunchuck of Law can be used as a very strong wall splat throw that might be, we still don't know, but might be unskippable. And it might be able to mix it with the nunchaku as a launcher. And we still don't know if that is safe or not. So a lot of things that we saw like that, plus the high wall splat for forward to 3 or down to 3, they can be used for producing high wall splat even after a direct splat, which is something totally new for the game, because right now if you try to do something like that, the balcony break will break immediately. It's not the case here. And before, you never had a move that you could just use as a resplat all the time, that add like a resplat property like that. It was just based on creativity of the player. We might now know that combos might be less creative than before, and this is a common direction that the game has taken since even Tekken 7. Tekken Tag was more rewarding into creativity of combos. But in general, I mean, this is normal. I believe it's normal to standardize something, so that's totally fine. We will see how it will go. Overall, I'm happy. Can't wait for next week. Last time I was saying Law was going to be released next in my previous poll video, and of course I got it. It was very easy. I believe the next one will be King, just based on the fact that King and Jack will be the next two. Okay, I think King first because it's more popular, and because it was on player 1, I believe. But that means nothing because Paul was on player 2 when it was released. I don't know, but still, I think King will be the next, then Jack, and then Lars. Why? Because Lars fought with Nina, so we saw Nina earlier. In the trailer against Lars, like we saw at the TWT finals. And since they didn't release anything for Lars, I believe they will first finish all the couples that they have, and then they will put Lars at the end just before Evo Japan. And then we will see June maybe directly at Evo Japan, maybe before. I'm not sure about that. However, I expect King to be next. Let's see if I am right or not. Thank you, everybody, for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any question, any ideas on your side, if you think what I said is actually good or not, if you agree with it or not, especially about if Paul will be a 50-50 character based on the hit I strongly believe it will be the case, but who knows? It's okay. See you next time then. Bye bye, guys.